Alright, so I'm just gonna record some quick post commentary for this run I just did here. It's a pretty nice run. It's definitely a significant PB over what I had before. A few days ago, I did get a PB by like 1 second, and I just posted that because I thought it was really interesting that I was just doing that run completely for fun, and it somehow PB'd ever so slightly. That's when I knew I could PB by a lot, because that run was just terrible. I fell behind quite a few times, and I've caught up every single time. So this was, I think it's over a couple hundred more attempts from my 24-23 PB I got last year, which was actually over a year ago now. I think it was back in January, and now it's March. So with my 24-23 PB from last year, I was almost 10 seconds behind in Cistern Entrance 2, and that was the largest block of time I lost. Everywhere else, there were like small time saves everywhere else, but mostly in the second chapter actually, because my chapter 1 in that run was really good. Especially like the first 5-6 maps or so. And then with the new PB I got a few days ago, it completely changed that, because again, I fell behind quite a few times and caught up. So what that means is I don't even have to play that well, and then my my previous run would just fall behind, and then I can, you know, just free time save. So that's really fun, because I would just be going through the levels and bam, 5 extra seconds. Keeping that time, of course, is kind of hard, but it's just really nice getting to these checkpoints and then just getting that free time. One of them is like after Cellar Archives, I think. I can get a huge chunk of time saved, which I will actually in this run. And then the one after that is Cistern Entrance 1. There's a huge block of time I can save there as well. And so, the first one was actually Entrance Hall. I just saved 5 seconds, just like that. And so these new splits are just a lot more fun to compare against, because I know I can just destroy it in so many maps.
What's the reason for the darkness, that is?
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
I don't think there's many new strats compared to the previous run. I've changed how I did like some small things. I can't really think of any examples right now. I'll mention them if I come across them and remember. But I'm sure it's just really small stuff. Really nice boost right there. Might have gotten better at doing this map. Oh, I think I get stuck on the ground right here. Oh yeah, I got stuck. Just bad jump timing right there. So really good time so far. This is definitely above average up to this point in the attempts that I've been doing. So with this setup, you don't want to look straight at the wall. You want to look slightly to the left, I think. Just ever so slightly to the left like I did there. And it gets you up a little easier. You don't want to face straight into the wall, like perpendicular. That's not really going to work too well. And boost got stuck a bit, that's fine. This is the most ahead I've been at this point, comparing to the new, to my new run. But as we'll soon see, that's actually pretty short-lived. So right here, this was kind of weird. I couldn't get through, and then I had to tap forward, I think. I tapped forward, and then I might have been stuck in some way before, and then gotten unstuck. So that was really weird. I don't think I've had that happen before. So a huge time loss right there. Those drawers got pushed in really cleanly by the big drawer. So right now it's just gonna be smooth sailing. The first few maps are always pretty brutal, but up until the back hall, once you enter the back hall to Prison South, I would consider smooth sailing. So right now, I just have to wait it out for a couple minutes. Nothing usually goes too wrong in the storage or the machine room, or in any of the side rooms in back hall. Missed the fall damage here. That's the fall damage skip. I usually get that, so it's really rare that I miss it. Got a tiny boost forward. Nice insta-clip. Yeah, so it's kind of a boring part of the game right now. Nothing really going on. Basically just don't lose too much time in this long stretch, and it's fine. Kind of surprising gold. I didn't really notice anything out of the ordinary with that map.
You have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum.
It was fine, it just didn't seem amazing. Also, these levers were terrible. I should actually practice that. It's just that it doesn't matter at all, really, because you're slowed down. So once you speed back up, the time you spend slowed down is you're not actually wasting that much movement. Because even if you weren't stopped trying to fiddle with the levers, you wouldn't get very far at all. Cogs are fine. Yeah, I think the machine room was pretty good. No big blunders. So at this point, we're almost done with our 3-minute cruise, and then this is where we have a good start. We're ahead, and then we're starting chapter 2. So this is the real stuff. The real meat of the run.
Come this way. What was that? Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
So yeah, pretty good movement here as well.
Don't linger.
No real visible mistakes. This is like arguably one of the more tricky strats, just because we're relying on an AI. So we're working with something that's kind of unpredictable. The bed got stuck there. That's happened a couple of times in my more recent runs. So I'm glad the bed moved out of the way there.
Find Gabriel, Albert, and tell him to alert the King's men.
Okay. So we're doing well right now.
We don't have time.
Small lead over the previous run, but what we really want is the Cistern 1,
He's coming. Hurry. I'll cover them.
the Cistern 1 time save,
I promise.
and then just write it out after that. Gain time where you can, and just see where you end up. So that was pretty smooth right there. It's pretty easy to get caught when you do that strat. Take it safe right here, right? Don't take the inside, it's not worth it. You don't have to jump over this gap right here, because there is no gap. Alright, this strat. Really sketchy jump after I made it up on the pipe. I'm glad I made that. And nice boost. Nice, that was also a gold. I was pretty unlucky here that my original setup didn't work. Really tricky clip there. That wasn't too bad. Alright, pretty clean. Alright, that was a really good example of a sewers. Using the exact strat that I do. Oh, small blunder. Alright, so we're doing pretty well. This clip's pretty tricky. Sometimes works instantly, sometimes doesn't. That was alright. I've started doing this drop without setting it up, and it works most of the time. The jump timings right there were pretty weird. Yeah, so really good spot right now. Alright, so that was terrible. I completely missed the boost, and I fell on the ground.
Daniel, salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the
I think at this point, I was just feeling my heart start to beat.
who caused all this pain and death?
And my hands were probably getting a little sweaty as well.
Submitted to the orb when you first discovered it. None of this would have happened.
This strat right here has not failed me in like the last, like, so many runs that's gotten up to this point. I don't remember the last time losing a run to that gap boost, which is good. I think I got unlucky up here with this clip as well. Oh, almost fell into the hole. And then, yeah, this part was just... The first time was unlucky, the second time was a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, and then the third time I did it properly. So you want to climb onto the rock to the left, and then approach it from that. You don't want to do my second attempt. Right here... did get up eventually. Just barely got enough height. And that jump was also pretty sketchy. With the orb grab at the end, I was like playing around with falling before grabbing the orb, which I could do pretty consistently, about like over a 3/4 success rate. But I just didn't really want to risk it here. Especially if my hands aren't the most stable. So yeah, definitely lost time there in the choir. Mostly because of the pillar thing. Also got stuck on the stairs, come on. But yeah, at this point, I knew that this had the potential to PB, and that's all I really wanted. I wasn't planning on like clutching it out and trying to go for a sub 24 or anything. Just if it could PB, I'd be happy. This new strat works pretty well. That boost. Sometimes it just fails outright, but also that clip was pretty clean. Did not overshoot the door this time, thank God.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one, prepare him.
Okay, so for the clip out of bounds, the trick here is that you want to run into the wall before holding left. You don't want to run into it holding forward and to the left. You first want to run straight into the wall and then begin holding left. I still did these risky jumps. That was a really good boost stop. Surprised I got that. Nice orb grab. So this was just the best transept that I could have ever hoped for. Everything just worked. And yeah, at this point, I was like practicing deep breathing. I was trying to calm down my heart because like I felt my heart beating really fast. And my hands were also a little shaky. I don't know if you can tell right now. I don't think you can tell right now. But my mouse movements were getting a little jerky. Yeah, you really can't tell right now. But just wait. So the reason I was doing deep breathing was because of this. There's a really precise setup right here, and I just couldn't keep my hand still. Got a second try, which I'm pretty thankful for, that I at least got second try. So that was like, I don't know, a couple seconds lost. That wasn't too bad. That easily, once you fail the first time, the screen's just completely shaky. So even if your hands are still, it's really hard to set it up correctly. So if you do fail that once, you can pretty much expect to fail it like another time, at least. Right here, I had no clue what I was doing. I was, like, my mind was just not on this run. So I lost like another second here because I ran too far. Yeah, that's fine though. Alright, so this is the final stretch. I knew I had a few seconds to save in cells because in my previous run I missed the bar and I actually went backwards and I grabbed it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. My mouse was just super jerky when I was menuing right there. Right here too. But yeah, got that one pretty well, so I knew I was going to save a few seconds here. So there was a chance I could get sub 24. If I just don't lose any time. So really nice jumps here. By the way, getting all of those jumps and not getting it is only like a second apart, so just do it for fun. It's not really going to save much time. And if you hug it too carefully, you might actually lose time if you're doing it too carefully and slowly. So I took more damage than average in this map, I think. That was 3 times. So all I really had to do was be 22 seconds ahead to get sub 24, or 22, 23 seconds. And really, these splits are showing, it's counting a bit of extra time because I start the splits early, so it's actually a little more forgiving. So I might even be like just 21 seconds ahead, and then I might still even get sub 24. So I was in a good place time-wise. I think I played this map pretty safe. I didn't go for the boost on the left right there. Really glad I made it up here. Did the setup slowly. And so how did I lose, you know, how did I lose 8 seconds, you might ask? From looking at the final time. Well, it's the one and only this map. Yeah, it's this strat. Which just felt like an eternity. I mean, think about it. There's like this one wall separating you from the end of the game, and yeah, that was terrible. I did practice that actually. I thought I had it down. Haven't really practiced it for the last few attempt sessions, but I think I just got unlucky there. It just didn't work out. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I would have gotten sub 24. Still a really nice PB, 24:08. I was kind of... I did not know what I was doing right here, but... I was definitely happy I got this PB. I do still want to get sub 24. That is going to be my goal. I'm still going to do some runs. I'm going to take a small break and then do some more attempts. I got my sum of best from 23:20 last year when I got my 24:23 PB. I got it down to sub 23. And so last year my sum of best was like about a minute. It was just over a minute faster than my PB last year, and that's still the case here. So I got my sum of best down 20 seconds, and I'm also trying to get my PB down over 20 seconds as well.
There's no denying the things I've done.
Oh yeah, these two chairs just randomly hooked up.
Awful man,
That's pretty weird. Never had that happen.
the right thing.
And I was trying to... Oh my god, it just happened again. I almost exploded the rocks behind you. But yeah, that's the run. I was even tempted to not do commentary for this. I only want to like commentate the runs that are important to me. Yeah, first real PB in over a year. That's pretty nice. Alright, well, thanks for watching.